Okay, Tony in Baton Rouge. Thought I'd make a video in case you're running into trouble I had. I had a wheel bearing, the outer wheel bearing, grinded up to nothing. I noticed felt like something wrong in the front end or something. So once I got home, I jacked it up and I put my hands on the tire and it wiggled about an inch, half inch, or whatever. Probably would have broke off if I'd have kept driving. But anyway, I saw this one video. This guy, he was too afraid to do it himself. So he brought it to the shop for 900 bucks. I don't trust shops. So I did it myself, and I just wanted to show you, it's no big deal. First of all, you got three like fake lug nuts that hold this on. See, and you can identify them. There's a little increase on it right there. See that? So you undo those three, and your cap comes off. Then you got your wheel, and you got 10 lugs. No big deal. It took a regular wrench, well, I used a ratchet, and I think it was I forget what it was, but anyway, it's no big deal. You have it. You can use the wrench, the cross wrench or socket with a cheetah bar, but it wasn't that hard to take them off. I did it by myself, and I'm a senior citizen, Vietnam veteran. So anyway, you get the wheel off, and you get the cover and the wheel off. Then you got to take this big boy off. Okay. And it's heavy. I did it by myself, but I probably should have had help. But anyway, you're gonna take that off. What you got to do is your brake caliper. I just undid the bottom bolt. Okay, undo that bottom bolt. Now that one needed a cheetah bar, and I had to work hard to get that off. So get that one off. Don't worry about this one. Except, you got to back it off or loosen it a little bit. Then what happens is this will go up, or you lift it up. And then you get this assembly out. Boom. Then you see what you've got, okay? You got your inner bearing, which mine was fine. This is what got so tore up, it like welded onto here. Wait, I'll show you the other side. This was the side that broke. I figured I better do that side while I'm doing this. But this one, okay, there was nothing left, to the bearing that was here. And it got so hot, it scarred this, and I had to get a Dremel to get what was left of it. I had to cut it with a Dremel, and jab a screwdriver in the middle of it and bust it open to get the remaining of this bearing off. And then, because of the heat, this swole up or had, welded parts of the bearing on it or something, because I had to get my grinder and grind this nice and clean again until this bearing would go on there. And see, it's about 1/4 of an inch right here. When you get it right, well, you'll see the other one. But if you're only doing one, this stops about 1/4 of an inch right here. You got about 1/4 of an inch right here, or an eighth, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, you grease it all back up real good. Get your grease, and you get your grandson like I'm doing. He's supposed to show up pretty soon, help me put all this heavy crap back on there. See how this one stays up there? I took the one bolt off, and then I put a wrench back here to undo the other one, and it was hard. And it just started going up and got out of the way so you could pull your assembly out, So then, you just put everything all back, and you use your jacks if you want to get it up there. And I got, safety jacks underneath also. But it's no big deal, Now, finding the right part was because you have to go to the Ford dealer. Don't even mess with these other outlets. And I'll show you the part number, because the Ford people didn't have it. So I figured I'd go to Napa's AutoZone and get it. And they cross-reference it and they give you one and it's too big or too small. So you're just wasting your time. You have to order it from the Ford dealer. And none of them have them in stock. So you have to overnight it and you get it the next day. But do not use any part other than this right here. C3TZ1216A. This is your Ford part. And the problem is, I think this is called like a F45 chassis. I kept thinking it was like a F350 or 450 or 550. Because that's all the Napas and all of them understand. They don't understand this is a chassis, a Ford chassis, you know, and then they build a motorhome on top of it. So it's hard to get a motorhome part from these little outlets. So just get your part from the Ford, you know, the front or the back if you want to change them both. I didn't change my, the inner big ones, the inner bearing. I mean, they didn't squeak, they look good. They had decent grease. I cleaned them good with some degreaser, and I'm ready to go. Ready to stick everything back in, and no problem. I usually try to fix my own stuff. As a matter of fact, I just can't remember putting something in the shop that I own maybe once or twice, but I don't trust shops. I mean, it's crazy. It's a shame, but I guess they got to make money, but everybody's getting too greedy. So anyway, hope that helps you out. I think I covered everything. Like I said, I started yesterday, and by myself. I had my grandson come later during the day and help me with the heavy stuff. And I was tired. You know, it's not a piece of cake, but it's no rocket scientist either. So good luck, Tony in Baton Rouge.